everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is actually now October 1st. It's technically the end of September, but we've crossed over past midnight. It's about 12:30 here, and I've got something special for you. What we're going to do here is take a look at something that picked up today by way of a magical delivery from Portal Masters Abroad. So the way this worked out, I actually was making the rounds today. I had to run some errands on the lunch hour for work. Intended fully to pick up the shark tank. I could not find it. I guess they were out of stock or something, and ran around, tried to find, like golden hot streaks. Looked around for variant high volts. No dice there. I did pick up some amiibo card packs from Animal Crossing and the 3-pack, which we'll take a look at. But what came while I was away? Check it out. It's our first look at a combo pack. Let me apologize. I've got like half the can lights out in here, and not much free time here as of late, but this is my first time. Apparently people are telling me when they get combo packs they're finding them at Walmart. I haven't had to go into Walmart in eons, no pun intended, for the simple fact they don't have any store exclusives yet, so I avoid that place like the plague. Speaking of plagues, now that they're giving flu shots, everyone will have the flu, so that's even more incentive for me to not go. That said, I think these will eventually trickle out to other stores. From what I understood, October 2nd was going to be like the release date for some of these combo packs. But why I'm excited about this, it is Hurricane Jet-Vac and the Jetstream. Now, I've introduced and played extensively, you may not be aware of it, legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac has been my main man here as of late. Took him through a ton of testing last night, particularly with the Sky Slicer. But now we've got regular Hurricane Jet-Vac, and this is the only way at this point in time to get his vehicle, the Jetstream. So that'll round out our air element combos, if you will. Again, he'll be joined by Stormblade, who is freaking fantastic. If you have any doubts, I know a lot of people are like, Saber, I don't really like the looks of her, or something along those lines. Get her now. Pick up the Sky Slicer. You will not regret it. You have my seal of approval on that. Personally, when I previewed her from some of the B-roll and demo stuff they sent out, I was intrigued by her story alone. I thought she looked cool, but she had an awesome story. It kind of built her up to like levels that you can't really maintain. It's almost to the point like my expectations from the story were so high, you just assume that they're going to fall short. And she has been fantastic. Lots of chatter when I got to go through the comments today. That's what all of you were saying. So far, in terms of our introductions and unboxings, she's had the biggest, she's my favorite type of a vibe going. So that's it. Hurricane Jet-Vac, also a fantastic Skylander. Again, totally reimagined powers. You've got to understand that. One of my favorite things, you can make him hover in the air, not really make him, but he hovers in the air when you jump, and you can actually spin 360 degrees and fire off shots. I do it all the time. I can't stop doing it. It is awesome. But this is a look at it. It is called the SuperCharged Combo Pack. As you can see there, it's the oh, that's okay. Sky. I was trying to like read that again. It's dark. My apologies. I think it shows up fairly well, maybe even better, but for me it's a little dark with the camera in front of me. But Hurricane Jet-Vac, the Jetstream, and again they combine for the SuperCharged Combo Pack. Now, I have not even looked at the backside yet, so we're going to see how that goes down. But there it is. Gives you an idea of what we'll be working with. I'm excited to see how his vehicle works, because right now I'm a pretty big Sky Slicer fan, so he's got some stuff to live up to there. Coming around to the backside, you can see Hurricane Jet-Vac, new weapons and powers. Again, if you don't learn it from me, learn it from the back of the box. This is not our classic Jet-Vac that you can see here. This is the original starter pack Jet-Vac, who looks fantastic, might I add. I've always been a Jet-Vac fan. I say that all the time. I've liked how he evolved WoW-Pow-wise, the different things they did with him. He got the different suit and everything. This version, totally new base upgrades, base attacks, upgrade pass, and soul gem, and it has been very impressive thus far. So, right there, you got your Jet-Vac artwork. Coming in over here, you have got the Jetstream, and there's a preview of what it'll look like in-game. Again, in your hand on the portal in the game. In this case, you just replace... Oh, we'll just come down here. You take Hurricane Jet-Vac, you take the Jetstream, you get the supercharged version. Again, that'll be your only way to get it now. This combo pack we know is coming up. Shark Tank and Shark Shooter Tariff. And in fact, a few people have told me they have that. And again, Apparently, I've been finding out recently people are getting them at Walmart. And like I said, I just haven't been in there. Again, I don't have anything against the store, some corporate, spill I'm going to go on. It's just always crowded because everyone shops there. And that is the sole reason I avoid the place. If they were not crowded, I would go there instead of Target. If Target was packed and, Walmart had less of a crowd, I would shop at Walmart more. But my goal in shopping is simply to get in and out as quickly as possible with as little interaction with other people or standing in lines as possible. That's a good strategy, I think. But right there, you got the Soda Skimmer and Big Bubble Pop Fizz. A lot of people talking about Pop Fizz. Very excited to see what they've done with him in the new upgrades. Got the old knife still. I still hadn't found the newer one, so we'll just roll with the old timer. Literally, it's an old timer. When I was a little kid, it was an old timer, and it still is. And it's a very dull old timer. It was a hard time cutting through cardboard. But again, from my understandings and what I've seen when I kind of stalk store websites, which I do pretty regularly, mind you, that's how you stay up to date on things. October 2nd, which that's tomorrow night, that's Friday, that's going to be the date that we might see these things in store. So if you maybe came in and you picked up, like all the store exclusives, and you're like, I really want these, but I don't have the money yet, need to wait a week or two. Or if you've just been waiting it out, check in Friday, and you might check online first, but I believe Friday is going to be our good time here. So note, it was not taped, it's all right here. I'm just going to set that down. Let's take a look at our sticker sheets, stat card combination hybrids. Now, right here you got Hurricane Jet-Vac. It's power 190. Armor 135, agility 175, luck 200. And there's your artwork for the Jetstream. Again, sticker, 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 not a sticker. These stats, for some reason, got included, but not in sticker form. So you can technically cut them out yourself, but it's not like a perforated type of a deal. Somewhere on this pool table, we've got these corresponding stats for Legendary. But what I'll do to expedite this, we'll just go ahead, I'll get them compared in game. What I love that Vicarious Visions did is so far every special character has had better stats. It really bothers me, especially in Trap Team, when you would get the Alt Deco or the Dark Nitro, Legendary, etc. And they might have a better stat here, but then this next stat is lower, subpar from standard. That just frustrated me to no degree. What I've seen this far is, not all the stats are higher, but they're equal, and then some are higher. So speed might be 35, critical hit might be 6 for your regular and your alt deco special, if you will, but then health might be bumped up and armor might be bumped up. So something along those lines. It's usually 2 of the 4 stats that they kind of play around with. So here they are in the packaging, if you will. No tape at all, so that 45 degree right there is where we want to come in. I don't know, let me know if you like this one can light out. I think it may actually glare less off of the actual figures. For me, it's kind of dark, but through the camera, it looks pretty good. So what we want to do is just break this down. Again, I've never, ever opened one of these. Interesting, we got the 1-2 split right there. So we're going to come in and attempt to, let's set it down to be safe. You can't really see it, but I'm going to pop Jet-Vac out. Worked him loose by the base there, came out beautifully. And now, we don't have to worry about Jet-Vac falling out, so we're going to come in, grab the vehicle by the base, and just work the plastic, and absolutely perfected the unboxing strategy. So, oh my. Okay, so I guess that's how you play with this one. You can kind of it's got posable wings or something. So obviously this thing looks like some sort of a hawk, right? So you got the turbine wheel kind of as the eye, you got the beak. It's Toucan Sam off to find some Fruit Loops. I don't know, but it's kind of a cool look. It's very, very different. It almost has like a motorcycle vibe, but then it's on some sort of a base with wings. The turbines are in the wings right there. Again, I guess maybe you can hover up and then you thrust forward somehow. Obviously, you've got sort of the gold theme on the twin pipes coming off on each side. You got the split wings at the back, somewhat inverse of the Sky Slasher. The Sky Slasher kind of more traditional. We've got, the center wing up, outer wings down and out. This is sort of, if you flip it, you kind of have that same, triangular structure. It's just, again, inverted this time. Not traditional, what you see. But again, it's Skylanders, so, creativity is king, not necessarily function. Sort of has the gold accent here in the middle, comes up sort of on the plumage, if you will, of the vehicle. Again, there's a good look at your turbine. It's a nice mix of, it looks like gold and silver, and that kind of almost gives an illusion of motion, and it also plays well with the lights. Again, this is a time where that can light would be good, because I'm wanting a lighting effect off of that. The turbines in the wings are just kind of like the save icon turbine in the game. So I've noticed a lot of the seats have been like that red color. I don't know why. I mean, it does make it stand out, but I kind of wonder if they like defaulted that, if they were in doubt they just did that, if they thought it looked better. I wouldn't mind seeing kind of like a, I guess that could be a sort of a brown. That's what I was going to say, is like do like a, brown leather, an old aviation style leather, if you will. And that may actually be, it's sort of a reddish brown color. Again, it does not help now having that light out, but there's the cockpit. You can kind of see the steering wheel, again, with the racing vibe for your typical, aeronautical stuff without the top half of the wheel. Top portion of the wheel, I should say, not half. The base, what is going on here? It looks like this might be some sort of an exhaust port. I'm not sure. Obviously we haven't flown it, but again, with the turbines here, I could picture it coming up, sort of for its upward momentum, and then obviously everything else, the turbines on the side, translate to forward momentum, if you will. Coming in underneath, you've got the silver stuff. It looks like that might be sending out into the turbine somehow. We kind of got the piping there. Sort of maybe off-gassing through that. So I think that's kind of what they did. They're sort of spinning it, coming in here through turbine structures and then exhausting everything out that center port in the back. These turbines exhaust twins on the side. It looks pretty good. Again, you can kind of see the manifold there. I believe that is our ladder to access the cockpit. We also have one on this side, so you can give joyrides to friends. Something that's kind of unique. Again, you can pick up the beak structure here very well. But again, there's sort of like a plumage here, but that's also kind of like tidal wave-ish in my opinion. Or like derpy seals stacked on top of each other. I don't know. But it's just a nice accent. It kind of breaks up the gold, silver, white with a little color pop. And again, classic cloud colors. Here on the wings, they look fairly aggressive due to the sharp point here, and then also the sharp terminations coming off of the turbine. So that's kind of a cool shot. Actually, this isn't a bad angle to kind of showcase some of it for you. Again, if I get my hand just right, you can kind of manipulate the colors a bit. Again, I guess that is kind of like the traditional, just maybe a dark saddle tan, we could say. Sort of a rich saddle color of a leather seat. So that's what I'll go with, because I just think that sounds way better than saying it is red. But right here, you almost get the impression, if I took the wings off, there's just like this massive robot beak coming at you. Add the wings and it's like, oh, it's the jet stream, So I think we've covered it fairly well. Again, the big feature here, obviously it's not a land vehicle, it doesn't roll. It's not water vehicles, which they usually have some sort of motion. Again, do not put them in the bathtub or the sink to see if they float, etc. But you've kind of got, I guess, like 3 positions on the wings. This is neutral, just kind of, I guess, gliding along peacefully. This is the up position. Do they rotate at the same time? Seems to, right? Yeah, so they go up and down, and then you can kind of flap them a little bit. But there's almost 3 positions. I guess it's really just 2. So ratchet bottom, ratchet middle. Okay, so it is 3 positions. You've got up, sort of like a bird. You've got kind of your neutral in the middle ground, and then you've got down. So, picture, if you will, as you come in and fly up like a bird wing, essentially, right? Makes sense. Jet-Vac, jet stream. So there's that. Now, if you will, if you can imagine, picture Jet-Vac over here, flying around in the jet stream. So we will set that down, and let us take a look at Hurricane Jet-Vac. So, most notably, you have got the front cover here on your Rift engine with the Air Element logo. Spinning that down, you've got the Air Element logo under. The base is a traditional white cloud. However, Rift engine is encased inside, and it kind of gives the billowy cloud effect on the back end. Is that silver on him? Yes, it is. So, sort of a traditional like beak, clawfoot yellow, if you will, standard colors you would expect. Something like a textbook. It's got a nice silver here. This, I'm sticking my head to the side. There's actually a lot of colors here, so the Vac Pack appears to be kind of like a steel industrial gray. Same thing on his glove, just a little lighter. A black hose runs between them. And then we've kind of got like a pearlescent white. This is almost like what I think Astro Blast might look like. Maybe dulled out a little bit, but it's got a little shine to it, kind of like I said, the pearl colors. Contrast perfectly with the gold on the turbine and the accents on the back blaster there. Again, we've got a gated door type of a guard on the gun this time. He shoots blades. Almost looks like little turbines, spinning in and out. Very cool. They ricochet and bounce, kind of if you think back to Trigger Happy's bouncing bullets. And it does that box stock. It's absolutely amazing. Right there, you can kind of pick up on his belt. Yes, you can't really see it with this light out. Let's try. Can we get it? Yeah, right there. You can see the air element on the buckle, right? Pretty cool detail, as is the feather structure on his plumage coming out over this fairly bright blue shirt. So it's a very cool deal. He's got a lot of color action. You've got gold. You've got sort of I'd say navy on the pants, silver here on the armoring. He's got, like we mentioned, the traditional, beak yellow color. Which, granted, his beak is a little bit of a different shade, which is nice. This is a bit more of a bright, has a little bit more of a dull. The gloves, the Vac Pack, the hose, pearlescent gold. And then the shirt, again, you can kind of see it there. It's sort of like a royal blue, if you will, traditional royal blue. Kind of a silver here on the helmet, which is that an Air Element logo? No, it is not. But it is nice. It's kind of like a baby blue steel color. That's how I would describe that. Yellow follow me eyes with the black retinas. Very, very well done. So, again, me personally, side by side, and this is a poll battle on the Skylander Club forum. I'll have the link down below. This actually looks pretty good. I don't know if it's the light being out or something. It's not, reflective as much. It looks nice, but I think I'd have to go default. That said, this I'm surprised that I'm not just, I figured, oh yeah, winner, and then this is down. This is actually not that wide open for me. The legendary Jet-Vac does not look that bad. Which he doesn't look bad, again, it's just personal preference on the aesthetics, but something about him, or maybe just the gold of the engine, pops a lot more than that penny brass color. But there is something that makes him stand out. He looks pretty good. I would still probably say I'd go traditional. I may change my mind on that, but that's aesthetics. Stat-wise, winner. No doubt, no contest. I'm thinking aesthetically I'll still give the nod to standard, but usually I'm not a fan at all of the color scheme of the legendaries. It's just too dark of a blue, and I don't like gold. Some characters it's perfect, some it's horrible. It's not bad on him, and honestly, side by side, it's tough to say, man, because, this guy pops a little bit more than regular. But I want your opinion, SkylanderClub.com. Again, go into the polls and discussion section. Anybody can vote. Anybody. You don't have to be registered, nothing. Just go there, click, vote for me or vote for me. Standard or legendary. That's all you got to do. Make sure you submit it. If you want to come in and say why you think that character looks better, or if you thought they were even and you gave the edge to the statistically superior character, or if, this is hideous and this is better, or I hate Toys R Us, this is better. Whatever your logic is into the aesthetics only, let me know, and we'll take it from there. You can also do that here in the comments section if you don't want to sign up on the forum, but once more, anybody can vote. So, poll battle, it's going down. Be sure to check it out, vote in it. Again, link down below. The Jetstream, again, we don't have like an alt deco of that I know of. Eventually, we're going to do some cool things, especially with these characters, Terrafin, and, the ones that we've got out. We'll get some stuff going. That said, Jet-Vac, hawking on is his slogan. According to the strat guide, which we'll confirm in the game, standard Hurricane Jet-Vac, max health of 240, speed 43, armor 12, critical hit 6, elemental power 25. I really think his story would have benefited nicely from a little reference point, kind of like how he was selected as a supercharger, why the Jetstream, what came of it, You know, how did they select it? Did he build it? Was it engineered for him? Did Sprocket make it on Saturday afternoon and said, here you go? Who knows? It's little tie-ins, I think, would have been a nice touch. And I'm sure they thought about it, too. It's just, you know, like I said, it's not here in the story. So Jet-Vac was the greatest, most daring flying ace in all of Wyndham. He was given his magical wings when he was young, as was the tradition for all Skybarons. But when his homeland was raided, he chose to sacrifice his wings to a young mother so she could fly her children to safety. This act of nobility caught the attention of Master Eon, who sought out the young Skybaron and presented him with a gift, a powerful vacuum device that would allow him to soar through the skies once again. Jet-Vac accepted the gift with gratitude and now daringly fights evil alongside the other Skylanders. So, classic traditional Jet-Vac story we've had since Giants. His vehicle is again the Jetstream. And speaking of that, since we've got it here, again, this video a bit longer since we're doing 2-in-1. Let's see if we can find the Jetstream section. I had no idea this was coming either, so I was very pleasantly surprised. That's right there, my biggest gripe in-game and with this strategy guide. I love having this, but give me numbers. Is that armor 12? Is the top speed, 52? We need like a solid numerical value so we can categorically rank each and every vehicle consistently. You could come in and meter it out and stuff, but a number system would have been so lovely. I don't know, maybe somebody will add that in at some point in time. That said, his attacks, let's take a look at this. Avian Razors, tap attack 1 to fire Avian Razors, and then we've got the Vacuum Bomb, tap attack 3 to create a tornado, really. Fire Avian Razors into it to charge it up, so that's kind of a twofold deal there. I'm interested in seeing the tornado again. I'm a pretty big weather buff, which is again why I was drawn to Warnado and some of the other air element characters, but that's going to be interesting. So you spawn the tornado and then spam it with your primary. Should be fun. Here's what you might see of him in-game. We'll come down here to performance mods. You got the Wind Slashers for plus 10 top speed, the Blade Wings, plus 15 acceleration, minus 5 weight. Air Flex Flyers, that's interesting, plus 10 handling. And then right there, Brass Feather Wings. That'll be plus 300 armor. What does that lightning bolt mean? What's that all about? Supercharged. So if you buy this Supercharged Combo Pack, instant access. If you come in and you get the Jetstream and like the triple pack with Terrafin and the Dirt Shark or something, or you obtain it in a single pack form, or however you get it, trade it with a buddy. Only way you can have this Supercharged combination is if you place that vehicle on the portal with some version of Hurricane Jet-Vac, standard or legendary, as you see there. Now, specialty mods. You've got the Wind Frenzies, my apologies there, plus 10 top speed. Vortex Core Turbine, plus 10 acceleration. We've got the Vintage Forge Crank, plus 5 acceleration and handling. And then again, supercharged only, Brass Lock Engine, 150 armor, plus 5 weight. Just to be thorough, on the horn options, you've got the Turbine Trumpet, the Avian Sirens, my apologies on the lighting, the Air Horn, and the Mallard Quacker. That's actually hilarious. It doesn't really tie in well with Jet-Vac, but I do appreciate that name. I feel like they thought, man, we don't have a duck, that doesn't really fit in anywhere, but that was such a good name for a horn that they were like, screw it, we're gonna throw that in there. Is anyone gonna really nitpick it? And the answer is I will, but I'm gonna let that slide because that's hilarious. The Mallard Quacker. Speaking of that, I think a duck would actually be a pretty good Skylander. Maybe like some sort of like an air, now with the vehicles I'm screwing everything up, but air and water element type potential. Maybe he can fly and go underwater type of a deal, and each path is reflective of that. Sort of like a duality Skylander. That would be interesting, would it not? Anyway, some of you might care about that. Let me know your thoughts on a duck Skylander. I think it's a pretty good idea. Totally bad lighting here. This is where we need that can light. No vehicle can match Jetstream's speed in taking down an opponent with full armor and health. Really? So that's quite the build up there. I mean, don't set the expectations high and then boom. It's like, he's the best at taking anybody down. So, fire a Vacuum Bomb and seed it with bouncing blades. Da-da-dun, Vacuum Bomb, Avian Razors. Da-da-dun, and let's... Vacuum Bomb, confirmed. Avian Razors, seed it with Avian Razors. Nope, bouncing blades. So, you tell me, this is why I do what I do. So, the damage numbers pile up and your target spins out. So again, just shoot off your secondary attack, spam it with the, it's technically the tertiary button, but attack 2 and attack 1 type deal. So, as if it weren't great already, vacuum bomb damage extends to nearby vehicles. Seriously. If you're behind a pack of racers, aim for the one in the middle and you'll quickly be leading that pack of racers. Bouncing blades are fine on their own, but should be saved to boost the damage done by vacuum bomb or when a vehicle ahead of you is at critical health. So basically you're going to use avian razors or bouncing blades, whichever it's called in the game, we don't know. You will use that when if the vehicle in front of you is like flashing red and you're like, okay, insta-kill. Otherwise, use only your other attack, the vacuum bomb, and then once the vacuum bomb's in place, you're going to blast away and spam the avian razors for max damage. That's essentially what they're saying. Now, racing against Jetstream, let's see how they say you counter that, because that was quite the quite the promo spill, was it not? When Jetstream appears in your rear view, put some air between you and packs of racers. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but unless the driver of Jetstream has a vendetta against you, the pack should be the primary target. Jetstream's handling and weight are both low, so nudge it off course and into hazards where possible. So that would be the downside, but they built that up pretty boldly, I would say, wouldn't you agree? So apparently if you're just, I don't know, if you're racing online and you got people that are always winning, and you're at the point where you don't even care about winning. You're just like, I want this person to lose, or something along those lines. Apparently, you need the Jetstream, and you're going to fire off the vacuum bomb, shoot your avian razors or bouncing blades, whatever they turn out to be called, and just wreck that person. Just tail them the entire race as best you can and destroy them. When you get ahead of them, you're just going to slow back down, bump into the wall, burn out, get shot down, whatever, and then just rinse and repeat over and over, because apparently the Jetstream was designed just for that. That's it. If you're playing normally, apparently this thing is pretty sweet, so we'll have to see. We'll get it introduced, kind of see what we think of it, but here it is, and again, we now have both Air Element Skylanders SuperChargers and Air Element vehicle, or not Sky vehicles, because obviously, like the Stealth Stinger is a Sky vehicle, but our two Air Element Skylanders can supercharge their vehicles because they're all available now, or will be shortly. So again, this is the Jetstream. It ties in with Hurricane Jet-Vac. We also have legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac available at Toys R Us here in the US. And of course, this beautiful machine is the Sky Slicer, and it is piloted by fellow Air Element Supercharger Stormblade. If for some reason you are reluctant on those two, get them now. That is a fantastic setup there. That said, I have not piloted this beautiful machine, but we're going to do just that. Get it introduced along with regular Hurricane Jet-Vac tonight. We'll have our stat comparison between those two we can mention in the video. And again, if you're a Jet-Vac fan, you need to get the new Jet-Vac. You won't be disappointed. If you've never played him, I would go ahead and give him a shot. He's a classic Skylander at this point in time. I'm not afraid to throw that label, given how long he's been with us, consistently been with us. Already has a legendary again. He has a light core. He's a pretty well-respected dude around the corporate offices, I would suppose. So, the legendary version, again, has slightly better stats. We'll confirm that, just how much. Again, I can go by the strategy guide, but sometimes I find errors in there. So I go by ultimately what the game tells me. So that's why I do my spreadsheets. We'll know exactly how superior he is statistically. We'll confirm again all the stats are positive or equal from the legendary perspective. And most importantly, and this is the big thing for me personally and many of you, with the special, in this case legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac, and the standard one, we are able to take both paths. We don't have to reset him. You don't have to get all that cash, buy the path, reset it just to experience the other one, and then realize that you slightly preferred the first one you had and do it all again. This lets you take both paths, no damage. You just kind of come in and it's like, okay, this guy goes here, legendary goes there, home free. So that's the big deal to me. But once again, some people, like I said, seem to have this. I don't think many, but I don't know if they they took it from the store early, they like pirated it somehow. Whatever it may be, but I did not expect it. I was stoked to see it arrive, and I am excited to get him introduced tonight. Very tired, but I'm going to get him introduced. So, once more, Jetstream and Jet-Vac. We also have legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac, but the important thing here, this is my first ever time unboxing one. SuperCharged Combo Pack. You do save a little cash going this route. The question is, what will the stock be like, and can you wait? So, if you're like me and you walk in and you saw, Jetstream sitting there in single pack and didn't see the combo pack, the temptation would be too high, and if funds allow, you're going to take that home regardless. And you'll just wait for single packs of Hurricane Jet-Vac, etc. But if you're on a budget, if you're patient, you wait it out, you monitor stock, you can pick up the doubles, the combo packs, the triple packs. Always monitor for sales on top of that, and you can wind up saving quite a bit of cash. Again, that's what I try to relay across to you here. But once again, pretty cool little setup there. We'll get this introduced. I'll hopefully be able to find the Shark Tank. Toys R Us has just recently shipped my standard Wii U and 3DS orders from long ago. Now they just have to get here, which probably won't come until next week. So that is coming. Again, kind of a surprise unboxing for you. Now we'll do some cool intros. And like I said, poll battles, check those out, vote in them. Much more coming your way. If you like what you see on the Skylander Club forums, sign up. We'd love to have you. My apologies on the longer video, but again, we did a Skylander and the vehicle. So lots more to talk about in the same video. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you like what you see here, I encourage you to subscribe. Do things a little differently than most, a little bit more detail oriented. It's not for everybody, but if that's up your alley, this is the place you need to be. As always, appreciate your support. oneofweezem.com is my personal site. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. If you're looking for some online racing buddies, head over to the Skylander Club forum, sign up, create an account, post your username, gamer tag, whatever it may be, Nintendo Network ID, friend code, all that stuff. We've got threads for it. We want you to post it. We want you to find people to race with. We ultimately want you to enjoy Skylanders SuperChargers to its full potential. So take advantage of it, and I will catch you back here for more Skylanders SuperChargers unboxed.